Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwent with Jan, Eric, Frank, and we are back at the Grand Champions Polo Club at the field today for the Halo Polo Trophy, our second sixth goal of 2023, and we have two strong teams for you this afternoon. So let's go to the introduction of the players, and Jan, Eric, Frank.
Thank you very much. A very good morning also from me. Another lovely day here in southern Florida. We are, as Dale said, coming to you from Grand Champions Polo Club today at the sister club, Santa Rita. Orea Polo in the black and pink, of course, and we're delighted to have the only lady player in this match leading her team then, Petra Subotova, coming in at -1. At number 2, playing today for the, I believe he's slightly injured, so we hope he'll be back in the saddle shortly for Finsekund. We've got Tomas Salgado playing at number 2, 1-goal handicap. At number 3, the always part of that team, Justin Daniels. And at number 4, the very, very talented Matti Busquet. For Santa Rita at number 1, the very talented young man by the name of Fran Spinacci. At number 2, Florencio Lanusse playing off -1. And then, of course, Antonio Aguirre also coming in at 1 goals. And Pablo Spinacci, the man with the number 4, playing off 6 goals. And Dale, I believe we've had our first goal of the game.
Yeah, so they're going to come right out of it here. And wow, that's the quickest goal we've seen all season here as the number 1 here coming in. So that's going to be Fran Spinacci. So, man, wow, we're going to have to work those guys out because Florencio, Luce, and Fran playing number 1, number 2. They look exactly the same today.
They do.
I mean, they had amazing. They are two young superstars. Keep an eye on them. Pablo Spinacci, the father of Fran, and, of course, Antonio Aguirre. And he comes from a strong bloodline of polo players, so it's going to be fun watching Antonio. But a lot of young players playing with Pablo Spinacci today, Jan, Eric, Frank. With Florencio Lanusse, used to play with his father, Fran Spinacci, of course, and Antonio. But, you know, Orea, they have been awesome with Petra, Justin, and Tomas filling in now. It's going to be watch Tomas get going with Maddie.
Over on the far side, Busquets able to just get that all back. And Petra Subotova sends it out to the backside, and she's found it with the number 3. That, of course, Justin Daniels, clear run to goal. There's an appeal, but the umpire just allowing the advantage to be given here. Opens her shoulders as Petra Subotova tried to finish what she'd started. Remember that pass coming through to Justin Daniels. Yeah, and this time it is exactly that man, Justin Daniels, who picked up or tried to pick up that dead ball, but a line had already been established.
Yeah, good read here. A good read here by Antonio Aguirre, scholar of the game, this young man. Of course, his father actually go back, and to tell you something, when I was umpiring, and I umpired as a USP umpire at the highest levels, and I worked at the Greenwich Polo Club, so big shout out to everyone in Greenwich Polo, Peter Brandt, Chris Brandt, and, of course, Dick Manifold and Mariano Aguirre, my wife and I working there with them, and Mariano played that year, and he is such a studier of the game. And so being an umpire and him being a player and us both having the video back then the video was just my wife videotaping herself, not having Chucker TV and all the technology we have today. But it was great working with him. He was very wide open, his father, about what was good, what was bad. We both bowed when we were wrong. We applauded when we were right. I learned a lot from his father, Mariano Aguirre.
Back to the action then, and a nice deep ball there from Spinacci looking for, well, this, do bear with us here, Florencio and Fran Spinacci, very similar looking, and again, a nice finish here. We'll just have to wait for the verification of who actually scored that goal. It was definitely a player with a white helmet.
I think it was Pablo.
Pablo?
No, the one who put it in is the one all the way to the right.
So it'll either be Florencio Lanusse or Fran Spinacci. We'll just wait for Steph, the eye in the sky. She might be able to get back to us, but we'll have a look. We've got Steve Lane, of course, also with us here this morning, able to review the play to see who actually made that goal. Florencio Lanusse. Florencio picking up his first goal. So the two youngsters with the similar looking helmet getting on the score sheet first. So 2-0 here. Ball's back in play, and Daniels trying to control it. Nice little pick up on the near side by Petra Subotova. Daniels tries to get himself untangled. Petra goes up. Nice little chip shot there, but straight away you can see Santa Rita not wasting any time, trying to shut down anything that could resemble some kind of an attacking play here by Orea Polo. Around the outside they go. Ball is, I believe, still just in play. Now it goes over the back line. So once again, we'll have a knock-in from that back line. So Dale, again, as we've already said so often here throughout this season, this 6th goal, looks more like 8 to 10 goals.
Yeah, it's been great. All of our leagues are lower leagues. And, last night big shout out to Jeff Hall and everybody that was inducted last night. We were there, the whole team, our whole crew, the players, World Polo League being represented, CTV Sports being representative, Mike Ferreira, the executive producer there, with his beautiful wife Candace. Everyone just was there. So much fun, so much energy at the Museum Hall of Fame. So everybody, if you get a chance, get over there. But a big shout out to Papa John Hall and the Old Pueblo crew coming in from all over. Andy Bushes were there. Adam Snow, all the horses that were inducted. Just what a wonderful time.
That was a lovely evening yesterday, and great atmosphere. And what was so nice, because they opened up some of the walls, it had a nice breeze going through.
Beautiful, beautiful. We love that. Big energy there, but big shout out to my man Milo, we call him, Jeff Hall, who was the player of the year inducted.
Great speech.
What a speach.
Yeah, great speech. Very
heartwarming.
Yeah.
And like you said, you could feel the energy there. So it was great to see that, and we had a lot of fun. So everybody, please check all of that out. You go to the Polo Museum Hall of Fame. And but we've seen, with all these young players, and our 6, 8, remember, CTV Sports, we cover everything from 6 to 26 gold. By the way, guys, I got a lot of applause from everybody there. They were really happy. Not just the World Polo League, because we're doing 26 gold, but because we're covering everything from 6 to 26.
Absolutely.
They thought that was very important.
That, and of course also the emphasis on the children's polo. We've got a big day coming up here, of course, on Monday.
For sure, the juniors.
Yeah.
And the Avendaño, which is always a spectacular event.
It's a fun day. It's a
my
fun
favorite,
day.
My favorite, of course, is the lead line. I love the lead line.
The little
That's why they always leave it for the frosting on the cake at the end. All the little ones.
Yeah. But you know what, Dale? It's so great to see it. I've seen some of these little ones come up to become, like this man here, for example, Fran Spinacci. Look how he's evolved and developed, and how, of course, with the help of his father and also the facilities here at Grand Champions Polo Club, being able to, come to fruition. Now another one of those youngsters through the middle here. That, of course, is Florencio Lanusse. Florencio, look at that pony open up, and he's riding and he's playing like a big one. A cut shot attempt. Great run here from Florencio. Just slightly overcooked that one. Subatova came in behind. Busquet will try and clear it. Hasn't cleared it far enough. In comes Spinacci Senior, trying to finish it, appealing to the umpire. He didn't see anything untoward there, so he lets play continue. 2-0 still for Santa Rita, getting off to a better start here in this first of our Halo Polo Trophy 6 Goal 2023. Once again over on the far side now, Orea Polo, can they do something here? As I said, coming in today for Finsecunda, Thomas Salgado. Very nice young and talented player coming in off 1 goal. Let's see how he fits in with this very well working, very well oiled team Orea, who of course, as you said, Dale, have already won a couple of tournaments.
They have
so
been
far.
winning everything. I mean, they're so far. Don't get me wrong. All the games have been super close against the Polo School. We were just talking to Tato Bellini. Santos, he's down here just getting ready for his next tournament. So he's just checking things out and riding his 4-legged athletes. And what a game. I mean, went right down to the end. I mean, coast to coast run by Maddie was kept to win it. But, I mean, they're so close. Those games have just been nip and tuck. And we had no blowouts. But, again, also very clean games. The game's been open. We've been going over the fouls, as, of course, we do work with CTV Sports and Steve Lane. And we'll have Steve on here every so often. If we get a major call, Steve is in the house today, so we'll put him on. Here we call it the triple threat of CTV to come in and kind of break things down for you a little bit. We will be doing stats also at halftime. Big shout-out to the CTV crew, and they're taking care of the stat program. And that has been an applaud, which was, I didn't realize we were going to get so many people coming up to us to the booth here, to our announcing booth, players and sponsors, and saying how they've been using the stats and all that for their teams, for their meetings, and to get ready for the next game.
That can only help, of course. That can only help. And once again, Chukka TV there being the leader in innovative polo, bringing it to you, also for you at home, of course, watching on CTV Sports, to try and give you as much information as you might need, as we can give you. But now let's see if the man with the number 4, Matti Busquet, here can pick up the first score for Orea. He took a shot, just went slightly out to the right-hand side. Not able to just steer that one in through the two posts. So once again, Santa Rita with possession.
Well, super nice guy, huh? I don't know Matty that well, but I've enjoyed his polo. Not just hitting the big ball, but again, he's shown the stick work, but a class act on the polo field.
Absolutely, and also a very, very nice and a funny guy, Dale. He's also...
yeah, big old smile on his face,
Yeah.
Kim. Well, you got 2 wins on your belt in 2023. He's going to be smiling for the next, but super nice guy, man. It's been fun watching him play. And the whole team, man, they're very professional, very well organized, mounted very well. So this Santa Rita team, they're going to come out for the win today. They're coming hard.
Yeah, nice little back up there coming from the number 2, France Finetti, trying to tee things up nicely. Sobatova, and she's so far done it as she always does, Dale, and that's what I like about her. She gets really stuck in. She likes to, come in defense. She likes to come in and attack, look for the opportunity. But once again, Santa Rita on the move. Here comes the under the neck shot. Nicely done here by Antonio Aguirre, trying to just get that a little bit closer towards goal. So Orea having to really play a lot of defense here. Nice little clearance shot there from Justin Daniels. They're not far from that back line. They're all huddling up. And, yeah, nicely cleared that one out of the danger zone. Now, this could be a chance here now for Matti Busquets. He's got to get that pony out of those starting blocks a little bit quicker. Aguirre, he can take it round. We've had the first horn, so down to the last 30 seconds of play. Again, leaves the one behind for Lanuse, Florencia. Got to say, Dale, they're playing very well together. And all of a sudden, a change of direction. But have they got the time? Matti Busquets here. Good second shot. You might have to go for the big shot here before that second horn comes. Just a little finishing touch. He slightly overcooked it. And that will be it for chucker number 1. So Santa Rita getting off to the start they wanted.
Yeah, I thought he might go for the shot there. Like you said, he had the cut shot, but I mean, maybe he just wasn't comfortable. But a good start here by this young Santa Rita team. So stay with us. This is the 2023 Halo Polo Trophy, 6th goal, live for the Grand Champions Polo Cup and the Aspen Fields. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
The World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
CTV Sport, Dale Swedgian, Eric Frank live, Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Field for the 2023 Halo Polo Trophy 6th goal. In only it's his second year, Orea Polo has quickly made a name for itself. Orea with Petra Saratoga, Finn Segunda, which has been placed with Tomas Salgado today, and with Matti Busquets. Well, Jake Klintner last year and Justin Daniels, they defeated Casemiro with Steve Cox. Big shout out to Steve. He played with Antonio Getty, who's here. Santos Bellini was just here too. Grant Ganzi. Steve, big friend and family here of CTV Sports and the Grand Champions Polo. And to win this Halo Polo Trophy, 7-2. And I was at the Jan Pamela field, so congratulations to the Orea team. And so Jan, Eric Frank, they're going for back-to-back wins here, but also remember, on fire this season, but they'd like to take this trophy home 2 years in a row, and here comes Antonio on a little black mare.
Aguirre, clever little cut shot there, nicely done up to the front. Oh, what a great pickup there by the number 2, Florencio Lanuse. He couldn't finish it, but what a great play here once again by Santa Rita. So, as we saw in that first half, Dale, Orea here having to really play more of a defensive game here, not yet finding that rhythm to play their game. So let's hope for them that they, of course, get a grip on that, because Santa Rita came out so strong in that first chucker, and that could be another daisy cutter shot. Now he's just got to outrun the man with the number 2, beg your pardon, and that will just be cleared. So again, the pressure coming in strong from Santa Rita. Orea finding they have a lot of work to do here in their own half. A little bit of a mistake once again. Orea now able to possibly clear this one. A cut shot. They're going to come straight at us, Dale. Over on the sideboards they go. He's going to let that one bounce, but straight away he's got a man on him. Picked up now by Busquets. And Spinacci turns it around very well. He's got 2 to deal with. The number 2, of course, Tomas Salgado. And again over on the far side with the number 3, Aguirre. Aguirre now tries to centre it. Clever little run here. And the pace, Dale, absolutely phenomenal here for a 6-goal game. Oh, he just bode his time. They're waiting for an opportunity. Again, they find themselves in that danger zone. And they're just hammering these shots on goal by Santa Rita on the Orea goal mouth. They're finding it very hard to get out of there. Now Petra Subitova try to pick up that ball, and we have a whistle.
Wow, you said it. The pace has gone to a whole nother level here. Loving the little black horse here, this 4-lane athlete of Antonio Aguirre. But, also, just to point out, is just to see how organized these young players are, because Florencio, Fran, and Antonio, they range from about, I think Antonio might be the oldest at 12 or 13. That guy have to get a perfect age on him, but he is an amazing little player, mounted well. Okay, the Mochillas horses, of course, his father, amazing breeding operation, and he was calling for that ball. Super strong play by Pablo Spinacci to beat 2 strong players with Maddie and Tomas, but Antonio having the Polo knowledge to give him one shout, and you notice how he never overplayed that. Just, Pigale, give me a hit, and then leaves it. He's been trained as a young player to not overtalk the game. And he got out there in front there, and the pace went to another level. And that's going to get them a penalty 4. And it's going to be the first 60 of the day. And here goes Pablo Spinacci.
He's lofted that high in the sky. You see the goal judge there waving his flag. So perfectly executed penalty 4, and that makes it 3-0 now for Santa Rita. So both Spinacci's junior and senior getting on the score sheet. Just waiting for Antonio Aguirre to pick up his first goal. So that continuing the way they played in that first chucker, 3-0. So Orea need to come back strong now, letting Santa Rita run away with it a little bit.
Yeah, nice seeing Lanuse out there, too. Yeah, and back in the day, I played with his dad, Francisco, against him a lot. I wish I would have played with him more, believe it or not. What a strong player he was. So it's great seeing young Florencio Lanuse carrying on the name, and he'll be mounted up super strong also. So it's going to be fun watching this young team, especially against a balanced team like this Orea team. They are very strong. They're well organized. And here we go on the big shot there. That one's going to go down from Maddie, and that ball might have eyes. And the high flag.
Great goal there. He had no choice but to take that long shot. He had one defending player in front of him. He still had a bit of space, and there was nobody coming up from the rear. So a good play here. Matti Busquets picking up the very important goal here for Orea Polo. So 3-1. Let's hope this is the catalyst now for them to start scoring a few more goals. We're more or less halfway through a chucker, Del, so we're going to have our courtesy change here in chucker number 2.
Yeah, we're talking about the Orea team and working well together as a team. Orea team Polo is led from start to finish to win its second club league title of the winter season, as they also won the Aspen Valley 8 goal in January. So we got to talk to Petra before the game. She's very happy with her team, and as we know, Petra, she is one of those players that is very versatile. We talk a lot about Petra, one of our lady players. She also plays in the Women's League. So if you'd like to play in the Women's League, the WCT, that does go on Wednesdays here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. If you see the hats that we were wearing from Amazing Casablanca, Grant Gansey being the ambassador of Casablanca, they've done a fabulous job. Talk a little bit about the designers and everything, Jan, because you're good friends with the whole group there.
Yeah, no, they. I also met Robert Cleveley, I think his name is, in San Moritz, the man who does all the artwork, and
super strong, man. The man, nice guy. You can see the artiste in him
yeah.
when he talks. He paints a picture of everything. He says he's an amazing guy.
And like everybody at Casablanca, a lot of passion, and of course I think that's part of their strap line, the passion of polo, and that is really very apparent. And people are loving the hats, you know.
Yeah, loving it. And what a fabulous job they do with the safety of the helmets, which is very big. Remember, two-legged athletes. We always talk about keeping the four-legged athletes safe, but remember those two-legged athletes, they need to be safe also. And Casablanca does an amazing job taking care of that business.
Yeah, I remember, Dale, when back in the day when I was still actively playing, and Casablanca, whose objective was to make more technical gear, you know, also their boots, triple layer leather boots.
Yeah, and everything looks good, too, though.
Looks good, comfortable.
I want to look good, too, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it is. You can have the most safety thing in the world and not look too good, but they seem to gather it all together. What a great group.
Daniels trying to pick the ball up on the board still. Justin Daniels, he gets into a little bit of traffic there, needs to get past Antonio Aguirre. So the two number threes just battling it out. Justin still maintaining possession of the ball. A little chip shot, nicely done. Yeah, will Petra get? It's a bit too far for Petra Subotova to pick up on, so that ball did not quite go where it was intended, but they got lucky. Another little turn around here again with the number 4. He's already scored once. Will he go for the long distance shot? I think he might just try. There is the that long distance shot, slightly overcooked it. So Santeria will let that one go over the back line and of course secure possession.
Yeah, I love that too, Matty. He's so versatile with his game. We're seeing so many dimensions with Busquet. Every game it seems like there's something new. Now he's shutting it down and shooting from 60 to 80, which is a new design in their offensive attack.
On the move once again here. That was the man with the number 2, Florencio. Nicely picked up here by Aguirre. Antonio, there's the backhand attempt. Fran leaves it for, once again number 2. That is Lanuse in the corner. Justin Daniels couldn't pick it up. Once again, Santa Rita have possession. Petra Subotova now, and she's not an easy player to avoid. She, like I said, likes to get stuck in, and of course also a very versatile horse lady. She does jumping, she does polo, and a nice pickup once again by Antonio Aguirre. Just to tee it up nicely. Oh, cheeky little play here, but it looked like Mr. Matti Busquet was already on that line as Spinacci tried to pick that one up.
And so that'll stop the clock here with 1:06 on the clock, to be precise. 1:06. 3-1. So a nice little lead here, and they need to keep this lead because, you know, as we said, the last time the Orea team we saw them play, they won literally coast to coast like butter on toast, run by Matty, which is a huge play, and he went a good 280 yards with the ball to win it, so they can finish. They know how to finish. You know, we always talk about that in football, basketball, any hockey, whatever it is. What teams can finish the games? And you can hang in there all day long, but you need to have the finishers. And they've done a fabulous job finishing games.
Well, I tell you what, Dale, I'll be very much looking forward to the stats which will be coming in, of course, after this chukker. Especially that first chukker will be very interesting to see how many shots on goal Santa Rita actually had. Here we go. Second penalty 4 taken by Busquet, deflected or nicely defended here by Santa Rita. The extension there with a little backhand shot, but again, the last man, and that was the key word, you just mentioned it, Dale, it's the finishing. Well, Orea got lucky here. They still have possession. And again, Matti Busquet, he's got the time to tee it up. Here comes the shot. Yeah, again, a deflection. A little bit unlucky, possibly now. If Tomas Salgado can do something with it over in the far corner. Aguirre. And we have a whistle.
So that will stop the action. Inside the 60 there. So good defending here by the Santa Rita team as they're not giving Matty a clean look. If you've seen a a lot of balls bouncing off of the four-legged athletes. But remember, that's why we have the bandages on those horses to keep them safe. Also, a lot of people ask about the tails. They think that polo ponies have short tails. No, they do not.
No. It's a very good question. I've been asked that as well so often, and of course it's important that those tails get tied up because, of course, you've got a tail shot or a back shot, and the last thing you want is for your polo mallet to get hooked up in the horse's tails.
Yeah, we could actually probably do a demonstration one day, Yan and I, because your hair is flowing in the wind today, and I know how to put a tail up, and I'm very good at braiding. So maybe we'll do a demonstration one day just to show. But they braid the tails, they tape them, boom, put them on. Also, there's all kinds of safety. And here comes the open goal penalty, 2. And there you go.
And a very, very important goal indeed. So, and that, of course, will bring us to the end of... Matty Busquets there picking up his picking up a penalty 3, his second goal of the match, and an important goal it was as well. So that then, with the horn that we had, brings us to the end of the first half. So Matty Busquets picking up 2 goals. They're coming back, and you said yourself, Dale, they come back strong. Might have taken them a chucker just to get their mojo flowing. And as I say, coming to you now, ladies and gentlemen, Dale with the halftime stats.
Thank you, Yan. Here we go, 3-2. Very close game here. In our first 6-goal game here. And shots on goal. I figured this would be pretty close. We see this a lot. 5 shots on goal by Orea and 3 shots by Santa Rita. Makes sense, right about where they're at. But a lot of shots bouncing off the four-legged athletes, going out of bounds for the Orea team. So they'll talk about that. On the throw-ins, very, very close. 3 for the Orea team and 2 for Santa Rita. Fouls committed. Once again, 3 committed by Santa Rita. 2 by Orea, so very clean polo by both teams, especially at a 6-goal level. And then penalties scored, 1 by each team. That keeps it pretty even across the board there on the stats. Remember, let us know about the stats, what you think here on CTV Sports. And remember, we cover everything from 6-goal to 26 goals. Stay with us. We'll be back for our second half action.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here, and this is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no different to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula. lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Once again, a warm welcome and a very good morning to you here on CTV Sports. If you've just joined us, it's another fabulous day here at Grand Champions Polo Club. We are, of course, at Santa Rita for our first of our Halo Polo Trophy 6 Gold 2023. And the two teams out there, we've got Orea Polo and like her team, Sobotova, that is Petra, of course, has been playing polo only for 2 years, and she is a very accomplished, also in addition to playing polo, show jumper, and has just finished the circuit at the 2022/23 Winter Festival. So players are coming back out on the field, and if you've just joined us, as I say,
I didn't realize that Petra did all the different disciplines. That's cool.
Yeah.
We see a lot of that with the crossover. Especially with the ladies, a lot of them they have all the different. They jump or they do dressage, which is a great balance. And I didn't realize Petra does all the different disciplines. That's cool.
No, she is a horsewoman or a horse lady through and through. So in that team, if you've just joined us, Petra Sobotova, as I say, playing at number 1, coming in for the slightly injured Finn Secunda. We hope we will see him back very soon, of course. Thomas Salgado at number 2, playing off 1 goals. And then, of course, the powerhouse Justin Daniels at number 2. And Matti Busquet, the man with the number 4 on his shirt, matching his handicap. 4 goals, scoring a penalty 4 and a penalty 3, both in Chucker number 2, which brought them right back into this game, because Santa Rita, led by Fran Spinacci at number 1, Florencio Lanuse at number 2, and then Antonio Aguirre at 3, and of course Pablo Spinacci at 4. Florencio and Fran Spinacci both scoring very early goals in that first Chucker, and Pablo Spinacci converting a very nice penalty 4, which put them in the lead at the half-time break with 3 goals to 2. Just waiting for 2 more players, one of each team, to come out onto the field, and that gives us a chance to also remind you that, of course, we also will be starting our 8-goal Top Pony 8-goal 2023 tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. Of course, tomorrow, big day here at Grand Champions Polo Club, a triple header. The the Halo Polo Trophy continues. Then, as I just said, the 8-goal Top Pony, and then, of course, tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock, Dale. Very much looking forward to our next WPL game in the first of our
semi-finals, huh?
Exactly.
I love the semi-finals, man. All the semi-finals in all of our leagues have been great. Always goes to another level. One also, remember, the All-Star Challenge single elimination. That was a big discussion last night. It was great talking to the players, because it's the first tournament of the season.
Yep.
Puts a lot of pressure on to be ready.
Of course.
But, and you got to win or go home. So I love the dynamics of that setup. And great sponsors. We got a great group of sponsors, man, and the fields look amazing. They've done a great job there. Unbelievable horses and great players. Great combination. We tried to break that down the other day. It's so hard to pick a team.
Very difficult.
And even with our biotricity team, who's coming in at 20 goals in him, with Wakas Al-Sadiq. I mean, they go to a 1-goal game, man. I mean, these guys are amazing. Falabella and these guys are playing awesome.
Well, let's just remember, Dale, if you think about it, when can you actually say that you've got a tournament, and we've got a whole string of tournaments, of course, this the All-Star Challenge just being the first 6 10-goal players, 4 9-goal players, I mean, you really have got the creme de la creme. You've got polo royalty all here at Grand Champions Polo Club for the 5th, and this is, of course, a little bit of an anniversary. 5 years now in the making, the World Polo League.
16th year anniversary. Time flies when you're having fun, and what a fabulous job. It's just been great. Great to see the participation from all of the players, sponsors, horses. The game of polo is growing in leaps and bounds, and it all comes down to, and we thank all the viewership, everybody that gets involved, get calls from all around the world now, and to be able to see. And again, about seeing the 6 goals to 26 goals. Like I was talking with Papa John Hall last night, Jeff Hall's father, who's like a dad to me, and he was just so thrilled that we focus on not just the high goal, which he's a high goal guy, played himself, old Pueblo, amazing player. and has a great breeding operation and is involved hands-on in Jeff Hall's breeding operation. He actually is there daily with the horses in Houston, Texas, on their polo farm there, which is just fabulous polo farm to do everything, raise horses, and actually don't tell anybody about the biggest bass in Texas on their farm. So if you like to fish, woo, there's some 14-pound bass in those lakes, but you can't go. You got to try to get in there. Papa John's always. But he just said to me he really was giving applause to us covering because the game starts at the 4 to 6 goal level, and you got to give love there, and these players see that and they grow so quickly. As they, here's a perfect example. Justin Daniels, he'll tell you, he gets to go and he watches all of his horses. That's what he does. When he goes to the game and redoes the tape, not as much the game, but he watches all the four-legged athletes. Which ones went well here, which ones aren't moving well. So it's just great to see that they're getting that much out of it.
Yeah, he, of course, another passionate polo player. But just going back on Jeff Hall, I have to say his speech yesterday when he got the phone call and he said, and he told his wife that they want to induct him into the Hall of Fame, and her response saying, "Aren't you a bit young for that?"
Oh, Jeff Hall, yeah, yep. So you're on the far side, international rules tournament conditions. They bowled in from of course, right here in front of us for the first half. They'll take it over to the far side for our final 2 chukkers. Remember, the 6th goal is 4-chukker polo, which makes it easier on the teams to play in this type of league. It's a great league to start in, being that you don't need as many 4-legged athletes to finish a game.
So as you said, Dale, over on the far side, all 8 players back in the saddle to get on with the second half. Once again, a very warm welcome. Great to have you with us here on CTV Sports. As I said, tomorrow you want to make sure to tune in again, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or noon, I believe the time is tomorrow now, for our second of our 3 games. And then, of course, our featured game tomorrow afternoon. As Dale said earlier, semi-finals time already in the first of our WPL tournaments, the All-Star Challenge, and on the move once again here, looking for a quick goal here. That was Fran Spinacci. Petra Subatova just wants to clear that ball and get it out of that danger zone. Matty Busquet and Justin Daniels, both of them here chasing that ball, but we had a whistle which will stop the play early on here in chukker number 3.
Quick whistle here at the beginning of the 3rd chukker, and basically how close those stats were. I figured this is a tough one to really figure out. I think it's just better, I think probably not a lot of talking, and even if you're coaching both teams, I would probably my coaching to the Orea team would just be maybe take better shots, because they had a lot of shots that were just don't rush it.
Precision,
yeah, just because there were some balls that they did good defending, the Santa Rita team. Otherwise, the Santa Rita team, they've actually gone more to goal with a little more speed, so maybe slow it down a little bit. Antonio got into the corner on the little black mare, awesome mare, but you're trying to run around Matty Busquet, who's a super strong back and the highest rated player, one of the highest rated players on the team. That's one he needs to control, let the guys get in behind him, work it in.
Well, I'm pretty sure that those sort of words will have been spoken by Pablo Spinacci, of course, himself, a WPLer, and a lot of experience with 6 goals, and not only a very, very good player, but also a very good coach. So here we go then. Second penalty for, he already scored one in the second chukker, Pablo Spinacci. Now this one is not high in the sky, and it looked like one of those defending players got a piece of it, and that nearly went where it shouldn't have gone. That could have possibly been an own goal. So a chance here now for Orea Polo to try and break away. And again, you just said the key word there, Dale, precision. And the ball looked good. It was definitely far enough, but it wasn't precise. And that, of course, is a chance here for Fran Spinacci to pick it up and run with it. Leaves that one behind again for Aguirre. Aguirre round the outside, avoids the hook from Daniels, and again a clear run to goal. Well, Daniels just got a piece of it. Busquets just biding his time, waiting for everybody to run over that ball. And now this is the point where they need to keep calm and just maybe take an extra second or two to find out exactly where is the best place to play that ball to. So Orea now still in their own half. There's a nice long ball. It's going to go all the way over that halfway line, and a chance possibly here if he can avoid the ride off Daniels. Well, he got a piece of it. He slightly topped it, but look, as you can see, with the number 2 sticking very close to him, Salgado. Subatova, she was on the wrong side. She couldn't do very much there once again with the number 2. Oh, and it looks like this time Thomas Salgado might get caught with his hand in the
Yeah,
cookie jar.
good group of plays there, starting with Matty Busquets. What a shot he hit downfield, as you were talking about, Ian, taking your time. He found the attack. Orea, good defense there. Nice open back shot here. Fran Spinacci, though, he's got to back this ball. And he'll watch the tape. He'll learn about this. You got to be careful. You know, he didn't check his shoulder. He's a young player. Great setup here by Tomas Salgado. He put himself in a position where Fran either had to back it, because anything else he does with it, he's going to get him on a foul. He catches them on the turn to the right. And I know his dad's down there telling Fran, back that ball into the coffin corner, and let's regroup. And we'll get our open goal penalty too, and it's going to be Justin.
So Daniels now looking for the equaliser. And that, Dale.
Did they dodge a bullet?
Yeah, they dodged a bullet, and I'm sure he will be kicking himself there, because that was an easy goal, as you say, for Orea and Justin Daniels. So the scores remain the same. Still 3-2, and once again, Pablo Spinacci will get things underway.
Pablo, great captain here, and he'll slow it down and try to get the board work around. I see Antonio now on the rotation here. So that was talked about. This is the first time we've seen this play. See, now Pablo can drop his shoulders. Here comes Spinacci.
And he's got a clear passage. Takes it over the halfway line. Still Spinacci's chasing that ball. Orea will send it back. Yeah, but there's nobody home. It was a nice backhand, but again, nobody there. So Antonio Aguirre, not quick enough. Now all of a sudden, Orea opening up things very nicely here. Can't afford to miss. That's the last man in defence standing here for Orea. A little bit of a bouncing ball. Well picked up. Straight away on it. Orea slams on the brakes. Fran Spinacci getting beaten there by the number 4, Matty Busquets. He's got Daniels luckily to back him up nicely. Daniels, he'll be having a look up. He will leave that one once again for Matty Busquets. Busquets drills one through the middle, looking for his number 2, looking for Tomas Salgado on the near side. Here it comes! Well, he got a piece of it, but Dale, what do we call that?
A Remington, and that is as close a shave as you could get right there, which you need one, Jan. So we'll get you a Remington after the show here today. But here's another good play here. This is where Fran will also, he makes a great play picking it off the bounce earlier, but that's where he needs to shut it down, Jan. He went to try to run the turn against Matty Busquets. You got to remember, Matty on 4 goals, Spinacci's on 6, but Matty is so strong there. So if Fran just shuts it down on the boards and waits, then Matty can't make a play on him. Then he takes it back into the inside, waits for his dad, or he waits for Antonio to rotate around behind him. Young player now, remember. Fran, he looks, at 0 goals. He's just as developed. I saw his mom last night. She said, my little boy, he's not a little boy anymore. He's getting, and he's always out there sticking ball. But these little plays come into play, like the back shot. He went for the turn, hit the back shot there. Then on this one here, if he shuts it down and waits for his team a little bit, he doesn't get his pocket picked by Matty. And then they don't get an opportunity here, because that was a great give and go from Matty to find Tomas, and Tomas, as you said, with the Remington.
So very close, and I'm sure Justin will be kicking himself. They could be having the equaliser. They could have scored the equaliser just there. So this polo game still has a lot of polo to be played, a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities in it. We are just waiting for the players to come back from their penultimate courtesy change. That, of course, we've mentioned it so often, and we'd like once again to refer to this courtesy change halfway through a chucker. 45 seconds ideally is what we give the players, and you can see they're coming back quickly here to finish the latter half here of chucker number 3.
We're talking about the moms a lot also, because you got the fathers at play, but also, I love what Antonio Tati Pierres, actually, who is the sister of Gonzalito, Nico. Yeah, and they are Facundo, the daughter, so his bloodline's crossover. Mariano playing years with Peter Brandt in the White Birch team with Gonzalo Perez. So his grandfather, he sits with a group, and you can see just his ability. And I love watching him play. I saw them last night. I was talking to him. It was his first tournament this season on 1 goal. But again, his polo knowledge at 1 goal. And the first half, he was playing more in front. Now he's dropping in behind Pablo. I think we're going to see a lot of that. That gives Pablo Spinacci, the opportunity to go ahead and use that 6-goal handicap and drop his shoulders and go forward, and then having a strong player behind him. And so remember, Pablo Spinacci at 6 goals, working with a very young team here with Florencio Lanuse and Fran. And Florencio on a -1. Very, very strong. I mean, coming in again. All great riders. So I think we'll see all kinds of different plays going on here. And it's good to see the dynamics of that on the offensive attack. Now they're going to change it, and everybody's going forward.
Santa Rita once again on the move. Pablo Spinacci with a nice long ball up to the front door over on the far side. That's Antonio Aguirre trying to pick that one up. So again, looked like a set play here. And there is the backhand from the man with the number 2, Thomas Salgado, but there was nobody back home to pick it up. Justin Daniels coming in a little bit late. Ball is still in play. A little bit of a sword fight going over on the very far side here, literally on the halfway line. And again, tried to steal it. Spinacci coming out on top. Just biding his time. And of course, as you said, Dale, a very, very intelligent polo player. Look at the space that they've given him here. Spinacci to just basically yeah.
You see Antonio behind, hold the man out.
Yeah.
See, working with the man behind him.
Yeah.
And look at this. Here comes Pablo.
Yeah, just to finish it, and that's the kind of goal you can't really afford to give away. The second row, there it comes. Nicely done, Santa Rita. Well, it was basically a goal in the making. You could see it develop.
But development right there is to get the rotation. Now what they did, what I love, is they took it off the end line and went for the full force. Here we come. Then they got it to center field, and Antonio went for the rotation. Then he worked really hard with the man, and he could keep Pablo... keep everyone at bay so Pablo could work it in. And then now you get rotation from Florencio and Fran, and I believe Fran picked up the goal there. Yeah, Fran Spinacci off the deflection off one of the 4-legged athletes. So that's just good polo here by Santa Rita.
And that, of course, is his second goal of the match. The only other player to have scored twice so far, of course, is Matti Busquet. And once again, they've won the throw-in. And Santa Rita on the move here. Well, they might have been a little bit stronger than Orea expected. So coming back within 1 goal, that opportunity which Justin missed, and now again that 2-goal cushion.
Yeah, Matty's right there, and then Florencio's just going to get caught on the reach. You can see him put his head back. He kind of knew that he fouled there. Remember, when 2 players are overlapped, any part of the horse, and the ball's on the right side, you can't reach in front of another player. So probably 5-8 from the spot, and Orea's on the move.
And again, that pass not perfect. Subatova coming in a little bit too late. Daniels tucks in behind Busquet. I'd like to see Busquet maybe try and run one himself. Busquet took a shot and a miss. And even Subatova couldn't pick that one up. They've got to come back quickly as Spinacci turns, hammers a deep ball down the field. Aguirre over on the far side. Gets a hook, a clever little hook on the near side once again with the number 2. Leaves it behind. Subatova, trying to tee it up nicely there for her number 2, Thomas Salgado. Again, a little bit patchy, and again an opportunity here. And this is what they've got to be careful of because, nicely done. Just let the mallet do the work. Little backhander to try and keep it in play. Eventually goes out of bounds, but once again, great combination here, Del, from Santa Rita.
Yeah, good communication by Santa Rita here in the third chukker. Everybody working hard, not just on offense, but on defense. And then the give and go. And Fran, as you said, a nice, sweet little swing there by Fran, allowing the mallet to do the work for him. So I like the way Santa Rita came out of the tent here. And instead, they had opportunities. The Orea team had opportunities to get the equalizer here, but they're going to go in 2 goals down. So we'll be back for our 4th and final chukker. We'll see if the Santa Rita Polo team can hold on, because as we said earlier, the Orea team is very strong at finishing the game. They'll come out on their top 4-legged athletes. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. Welcome to Chukker TV. I'm Dale Sweats, and we're live at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, the arena here for our Chukker TV Arena Series. It's going to go on every Tuesday night. You can join us here. Dale Sweats, Jan Attic Frank, CTV Sports, Fort Chucker action of the 2023 Halo Polo Trophy 6 goal. And we started this one off with 2 unanswered goals by the Santa Rita team, one by Florencio Lanuse and one by Fran Spinacci. Fran on A-rated player, 0, and Florencio Lanuse on a -1. So great start for them. And unanswered, so no goals scored by Orea. Then the second chucker, Matty, he opened it up, and Busquets picking up one from the field, one from the penalty line, and then Spinacci, Pablo Spinacci with a penalty 4, well executed, to keep the lead 3-2 as they went into halftime. Then, well, it went back and forth here, and actually, Jan and I were just talking about the Orea team had an opportunity to get the equalizer a couple times here in the third chucker, but unsuccessful. And finally, a goal by Fran Spinacci to put them up 4-2 with one unanswered goal in the third. And here we go. We're at the fourth chucker. 2-goal lead. Mucho tiempo, Jan. A lot of time.
Make or break time now. And as you said, Dale, they are very good at coming back, especially when they're under pressure here, this Orea team. And I'm pretty sure that Justin Daniels, Mati Busquets, Tomas Salgado, and Petra Subotova will have a suitable game plan. They have a possession game. Will, of course, resume where it ended at the end of that last chucker, which was would have been a knock-in. So here we go then. Orea Polo, as you said, Dale, plenty of time left to play here, but they need to get one quick goal just to get back and put Santa Rita under pressure. And again, that ball should have gone to Justin Daniels. Spinacci, well, he might get lucky. A little bit of a confusion. No one sees where the ball goes. Aguirre will be the first man to it. Again, Daniels wants to avoid the ball getting to Pablo Spinacci. Yeah, they're all coming in now for a bit of a huddle. And it'll be the number 2. Nicely turned around here for Santa Rita. Florencio Lanuse. Lanuse again up against Mati Busquets. Again, that backhand shot not really ideal. Well, Justin Daniels managed to just get a piece of it to send it. Mati Busquets now on the move. And we see a player just going over to the pony lines, Fran Spinacci. So at the moment, Orea with 4 men against 3 on the field. A nice shot here. They're going to just finish it now with the number 2, Tomas Salgado, trying to finish what he started. Again, good defensive play here by Orea. Remember, they're a man down as Fran Spinacci just went over to the sidelines there to get himself a fresh, I'm not sure what it was, a mallet or a fresh
I think he
pony.
broke his mallet, and the problem was there he had to run 250 yards because the head's right here in front of us on the ground. Maybe we should grab that head. I want to see if they want to check with the mounted official here. We do have a mallet on the. Okay, so we're going to take a timeout here. We'll get to our mounted official. We're going to take a mallet off as Jan will run out, always cleaning the surface of the polo field off. 300 yards long by 160 wide, 9 football fields to fit in the area of that polo field. But those horses can cover it from coast to coast in under 10 seconds. So always cleaning debris off the field. Horses do lose their horseshoes sometimes, and the mallets do break. But you know what happened there was great was Fran actually ran down on defense, but give it up to Florencio Lanuse here. What a hustle play by this young kid. He gets the turn call, and now they have control on the penalty 5A.
Let's see if they can do something with it here. Aguirre just holding back. Wanted to go for what looked like it was going to be a big shot. Left it behind again for the number 3. Aguirre has a lot of space. And there's that shot. Nice into the danger zone. Looking for the number 2. Lanuse. Yep. That window, Dale. That's that window.
Nice try. Yeah, I thought they might get there. But size differential there, as Fran being a smaller dude, and Matty, very strong rider. But you can see even the communication again by Francisco and Florencio. They're talking there. Fran went to the man to try to clean him out, push him off the right of way, so Florencio could come in from left to right. But Matty, he just was not going to be moved. Strong 4-legged athlete there that Busquets was riding. Good try by Fran to push him over, but they do get a right-of-way violation and a 5A.
And over on the far side, Petra Subotova. Slightly topped that ball. It was a great play. She had a lot of space over on the far side, but again, Santa Rita not wasting any time stealing the ball back. Look how quickly these young players are turning. Again, nice little open backhand. Again, Petra Subotova. Yeah, she didn't see that one coming. A little bit unfortunate as Aguirre will stop and turn. Great ball, great stick control, half volley. Now then, has he got enough power to get past Busquets? Busquets just getting the better of that little shot and into the open space, but waiting there is Pablo Spinacci. Pablo now. What's he got up his sleeve? Little under the neck shot. Again, he just read it well, took his time before he unleashed that ball, that pass. Nicely done by Daniels. Will you get a chance to run it again? He's got to get past Fran Spinacci. Now then, we have a two-man horse race. Fran Spinacci trying to take on Justin Daniels. He pushes him out to the right-hand side. Clever play here by Spinacci. Has he done enough? I think he has, because obviously his teammate's able to come back in situ. There's the backhand from Spinacci Jr. So great, once again, defensive play here by Sancho Rita.
Yeah, back and forth there. Good rotation by Florencio and Fran. I couldn't tell which one was which there. Oh, and it might have been Florencio, Jan, just to say. I'm not sure who made that ride-off over there. But then we came together. But a good play. But again, I think what we're seeing here is it looks like they went into the tent and they've rotated Antonio from the number 3. He's playing a little more of a 4. And that's giving Pablo Spinacci the opportunity to go in front. You can see, and mounted well over the top, to be able to cover both positions as we see him controlling the ball behind the play, but then also making some great runs, as you talked about the half volley he made, and then pushing Matty to the back shot. Because what happens is, even though he pushes Matty to that back shot, then Matty's got to rush it, and then the next ball gets picked up by Pablo Spinacci. So good Polo. They're good game plan here for the second half.
Yeah, very, very clever play here by Santa Rita, keeping that pressure level very much on. And as I say, I think I'm not leaning out the window too far if I say that they've done everything they can to disrupt the flow or the rhythm that Orea Polo have been looking for.
Yeah, they're playing, they're hustling into plays, and also staying clean, not giving them open goals.
Hustling the players, yeah, you're absolutely right. Key word of the day.
You know that. Being inducted, the team hustler.
There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, I mean, they had to hustle around the field, but they're not fouling. They're making clean plays. They're getting there early and making clean plays, so that's anticipation. And the game of polo is such a game of anticipation and inches, so you need to get there quickly. But I've been very, very, very thrilled on seeing that they haven't given their, at least they're making, they're giving them penalty 4s. They're going to get an open goal here, and this is a big opportunity for the Orea team. I think they're going to go ahead and use their final courtesy change of this 6-goal match. It looks like they are going to go with a 3. And it'll be Matty.
And Busquets puts it through, a much-needed goal, a very important goal. That's his 3rd of this game. So they're within 1 goal now. Here in the 4th and final chukker. They've got to get back to the centre very quickly. Clock, of course, will keep running down. Now then, Dale, let's see if what you prophesied is going to happen. That Orea will come back strong here in the 4th and final chukker.
Yeah, second penalty 3 of the day for Matty. Very strong for the penalty line. And as you said, a very important game. Now possession. Possession. Santa Rita.
Yeah, they win that throw-in once again. I'm sure they'll be aware of the fact that time is on their side. Good pickup once again by the number 2, Florencio Lanuse. We've been speaking about him all morning. Very impressed with his performance here this afternoon. Aguirre nicely backed him up. This is, again, great polo at this level. And a little bit of a mistake, which could give Orea Polo a chance to run. He's got to make sure that ball stays in play on the pitch. Here we go then, alongside the commentator's booth. Busquets trying to finish what he started. Spinacci sends it back. Nice little touch there. Very nice little touch by Lanuse. And nice pick up here by Fran Spinacci. Spinacci on a bouncing ball, a little bit unlucky. In comes his number 2.
Welcome to Chukker TV. I'm Dale Sweats, and we're live at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, the arena here for our Chukker TV Arena Series. Going to go on every Tuesday night. You can join us here. All right, here we go. We're back here. As we said, a little melee play there. So we'll be a bowling from the center of the board. What a little play here by Florencio Lanuse to make that little tapper shot to get Fran on his way. And they're going to win the bowling here, and it's going to be Pablo.
Spinacci brings the ball back into the center of the pitch. Spinacci trying to avoid the ride-off that came in there from Matti Busquets. Now, Matti might, he was a bit too slow on the turn here, so Spinacci's still in possession. And this, of course, with the clock running now, under 2 minutes left to play. Very, very important here for Orea. They need possession, Dale. You said it yourself just now. There is the open backhand. Nicely done. But is there going to be an Orea player there? Yeah, Daniels will pick this one up. He tries to control it. We're all on the halfway line here. Nicely turned around once again by the number 2. Florencio Lanuse sends it over to Aguirre. Spinacci will be left to pick up the pieces. Spinacci with a lot of time. No one coming in for the challenge. Brings it back into the field. Still Spinacci. And as I say, this is costing a lot of valuable time that Orea don't have. The ball is through. This could be, and this, well, I was going to say this could have sealed the deal here. And it has. It has, and once again, Florencio Lanuse picking up that very, very important and his second goal of the game.
Wow, play MVP here in the Ford Chucker anyways, and all the little plays that he's making, but great play here as he starts this one. Well, they get into melee where Pablo slowed it down. Fran came to help. Good defense by the red team. They came in and hustled it down. They slowed it down, but then you have Florencio come in there, and he just started to work it in, and gets in a great spot for the finish, and that's going to give them the 2-goal lead here as the clock goes tick, tick, tick. 32 seconds. You will get this bowl in here, 32 seconds. Going to stop the clock here. We do have attack time. And it looks like Pablo Spinacci, yes, so he's going to come back quickly. And here we go, 32 seconds. So possession now is big. Santa Rita.
And there was that first horn, and well, we had barely had that ball been thrown into play. Right away infringement with probably the last whistle of the game. We are, as Dale was just saying, within the last 30 seconds of play now here in Chaka number 4. 26 to be precise, 26 seconds, and after that right-of-way infringement, let's see where umpire Roddy Matthews drops that ball. Well, definitely not what Orea wanted at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and if you look at this, I mean, this great polo, I mean, the young Bucks, young Polo Stars, Florencio Lanuse on -1 and Fran Spinacci on A-rated 0, both scoring 2 goals apiece. 4 out of 5 goals scored by the 2 young stars, and now they're going to give the opportunity. And look at this. This is interesting. So it looks like Pablo, he made 1 penalty for, missed the second, and now he's going to pass the stick to Antonio.
Aguirre trying to find a little gap with all those horses in front of that goal mouth. Nice little pick up here by Petra. She clears it, but not as far as she would have liked. They've got to be careful here still in the last few seconds of this Halo Polo Trophy 6 goal. Stopped, cleared, just hammer that thing away. So 5 goals to 3, and that will be the second horn. So not the start that Orea Polo were hoping for, but a cracking performance nonetheless by both teams. Of course, well played Santa Rita Polo with Florencio Lanuse, Fran Spinacci, Antonio Aguirre, and of course Pablo Spinacci. And I believe, Dale, you have the after the end of game stats for us.
Thank you, Jan, as always. And what a way to start this one off. A great play, great game by Santa Rita. 5-3, of course, the final. I talked about the young stars scoring 4 out of 5 shots on goal. And this is where Orea Davis had some problems today. 9 shots compared to 6. So better percentages for the Santa Rita team. On the bowl-ins, Santa Rita, they gained possessions, and they gained those possessions when they needed to. And they won 6 and 3 throw-ins won by the Orea team. Fouls committed, actually more committed by the Santa Rita team, but we talked about that. They did not give a lot of open goals, only a couple, and Maddie was 100% on the short ones. And fouls committed by the Orea team, 4, and then scored, it was just 2 for the Orea team and 1 by the Santa Rita team. So a lot of the play being done on the middle of the field. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast here of our Halo Polo Trophy, as this 6th goal will be going on. Remember, CTV Sports, 6 goals of 26 goals always being covered. For Jan Erik Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, so I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. Always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.